this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill no one.
Wait a second.
Oh, no.
We return to our planet. The High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings from the Caribbean, as I'm SeptumSin versus the world. And back at home base is Kotobukijake. Say hi, Jake.
Hello, everybody.
So I have a whole bunch of selections that I have for us to show you what we got.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
Big selection, huh? I wonder where they might be.
They're right over there, Jake. Just look over there.
Over where? Whoa. What happened? Where'd these come from?
Good. Alright. So what you're going to do is I'm going to have you hold up the thing briefly. Then I will talk about it. Because I'm not taking my stuff out to the ocean. There's no DVD players out here. I know, I tried. So, let's talk about the first one. The first is A Lull in the Sea. So Lull in the Sea is this anime about these people who live under the water, and they're living alongside this ocean type town where you've got a bunch of people living on land. The ocean people, they are having a lot harder time coping with the fact that they've got lower numbers, and a lot of the relationships they're forming definitely cause complications. I said to myself, this is a great beach anime. One of the few that you could find. Oh shit.
Alright, Lull in the Sea is quite a lovely show that has some sadness to it. A show that is about people who are taking a vacation that they didn't plan to take, that they'd probably rather not be taking. It was the Damon Lindelof series Lost. I only have the first season. Eventually I'll get more of it. I've seen the first 2 seasons and they were great. I've heard the show kind of sputtered out as it went along, but it was a good one. And again, you know, it kind of fits the vacation theme, even though it's more of a forced vacation. But you know, it's good times. And well, I guess this must be the next ones for Septum here. We've got some Blue Planet here, which should be pretty awesome.
So, yes, our second one is Blue Planet. Blue Planet isn't about the beach per se, but is an amazing documentary. I've got both 1 and 2, and they cover the oceans and all the life in the oceans. Some of the first 4K I have actually looked at that does look startlingly amazing in 4K. It's just beautiful. It does show a lot of the environmental damage that has been done, so you got to be prepared for an environmental message. But hey, a great one.
All right, one of the pioneers in that field of the oceanographic exploration that carried a strong environmental message was, of course, Jacques Cousteau. And I grew up on watching those specials, and I had that big Jacques Cousteau book on marine life. It's one of the reasons I wanted to be a marine biologist. And I'm also a big film geek, and I like Wes Anderson. So when Anderson did a sort of love letter to Cousteau and his work, I thought it was going to be the best thing ever. And I was wrong. But it was still good. A weak Wes Anderson film is still a good film. But this, make no mistake, is a weak Wes Anderson film. And that is The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, in which Zissou is basically a riff on Cousteau. He is played by Bill Murray. And the movie, in typical Wes Anderson fashion, has a phenomenal cast. Owen Wilson, Cate Blanchett, Angelica Houston, Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum, Michael Gambon, Bud Cort, and that's just the people listed on the cover. It was an interesting and entertaining film. It just drug a lot more than any of his films have. And I just hope for better. But of course, it got a Criterion release right out of the gate. It's kind of a weak release by Criterion standards. But, one day I'll upgrade this to Blu-ray because it will look good on that format. But, whatever. And speaking of disappointments, a film featuring everybody's favorite bad boy, Johnny Depp. I think this must be the next one in Septum's pile here.
So now let's talk about Johnny Depp and one of his early ones, Private Resort, which that one's a great vacation movie. Well, if you're willing to be bored and listen to jokes that don't end, because there are a lot of both in this particular vacation film. Back when I was actually wanting to collect all of Johnny Depp's work, I had to pull this. I guess it's like with Adam Sandler's work, you'd have to pick up his first film. Which after watching that, I'm like, ugh, gosh, that's bad for Adam Sandler. But this one is a very sun surf type movie, so if you want to get in the vacation mood, you can definitely do worse than Private Resort.
Alright, and next up, an anime that might be angling to do worse than Private Resort. Although really it wasn't a bad show, it's just kind of on the overall ratings. But a show that has a lot of water and a lot of skimpy clothing, and so it kind of fits the theme, is a show that does have a great title, which is called Daphne and the Brilliant Blue. I've had this set for a good while now, and I watched it ages ago. This was probably one of my earlier Sentai pickups, because it was probably one of the earlier ones to be really cheap. But you can probably tell from the cover art that it's a Sentai release. They don't hold back in the fan service. Basically, and it's been a while since I've seen it, basically it has something to do with a group of young ladies who do, they're in the Nereides agency, however you might want to call that, and, or the Ocean Agency, I guess. And basically you've got this, this young lady who gets her dream job and finds out that things are a little more complicated than she realized. And it basically takes place in a world that's pretty much underwater. I think it's kind of like the anime version of Waterworld, but with people a little cuter than that. Septum does have, I have always kind of envied him this. So a couple of these little figurines, I have no idea if these are Figure Arts or if they're Figma, or I'm not sure the company behind them, but these little figurines can be shockingly expensive. And for whatever reason, these two he was able to get pretty cheap. I I would like to have a few of those for my collection, but like I said, they tend to be expensive, and I don't want them that badly. But fortunately, this was cheap. Good price. So a good anime that he apparently wants us to look at next, by very talented and unusual director Masaki Yuasa, we have Ride Your Wave.
Now, again, I had to get some anime in there, so a good beach and surf movie is Ride Your Wave, yes. So by the same person who did Life is Hard, Walk On Girl. And it was very good. I really enjoyed it. It's about this mermaid that comes to land. Wait, no, wrong one. I'm thinking of a different one. Ride Your Wave is actually a love story about somebody who ends up dying and ends up coming back in the water. But it has a lot to do with surfing, the waves, and it is a wonderful, remarkable story.
Hello, very cool. You've got next up another one about we could say another one about a forced vacation that lasted a lot longer, but from what I understand had a happier ending than the one from Lost. The original Castaway series of Gilligan's Island, seasons 1 and 2. I think there were a couple more seasons. I want to say there were 3 total, but I haven't gotten around to the 3rd one. It was really funny. I got these a while back, and my brother, actually, one of my brothers and his girlfriend at the time, and I sat down to watch the first episode. And at the end of the episode, he turned to me. He's like, acting's come a long way. But it's a fun show. A lot of it hasn't aged as well as we would like. I'm not really so sure about having 2 of our main heroes be people who are so stupidly rich that they're just plain stupid. It makes for good comedy, but it also is like, do I really want to root for those people? But anyway, the show also got a little repetitive. You can't really mainstream this show, or mainline it. That's what I was trying to say. You can't mainline Gilligan's Island. You gotta watch it in small pieces. But it's a good throwaway for just a fun afternoon. You want to throw something on for some laughs. It's good. And yeah, one day I'll get season 3. And another one that I don't know why I don't have this. The last one here that Septum's going to look at. I need to get on the ball here. I'll get these when they come out with Criterion.
Finally, we have Weekend at Bernie's 1 and 2. I'm sorry, you can't have Beach Movie Party without Weekend at Bernie's. It's just wrong. You gotta do it. It's gotta be the case. Well, that's about it. You know what? I'm gonna enjoy some time, and I'm gonna get another drink. Yeah, you man the fort at home, Jake. Bye-bye.
All right. And yes, I agree. You can't really have a beach party without Weekend at Bernie's. That is good times. Now, my last one, I'm almost sure I haven't presented on here, but I'm not going to swear to it. It's really hard at this point to find, because we were going to do a theme, and I just don't have brand new pickups that fit the theme. So I went with a very, very great classic anime that's definitely about the ocean and exploration and all that fun stuff. And that is Nadia, The Secret of Blue Water, the Hideaki Anno predecessor to Evangelion, which also has a very iconic opener, which could be part of our discussion if we ever get that one going. This is a really nice set. Unfortunately, Sentai apparently did not pony up for some of the stuff that was in the original, including the movie, which Septum does have, and which is very hard to get hold of. I don't believe I have a copy yet. I'd love it if Sentai would go ahead and put that out, or if someone else would come, Discotheque maybe. I'd like to get the movie. But this is a very nice compact set. And it does look good on Blu-ray. 39 episode series. Good times. And more or less fits the theme. And, well, that's all I've got for us this week. I guess, happy travels, everybody.